We are going to make a color wheel today, so you want to find the center of your paper. You're going to do this in your sketchbook, so just visualize the center, make a dot, and then go ahead and grab a compass, set the gold part right on that dot, and you are going to want to create a circle with your compass and make it, as large as you can on your paper, not too big, it's going to go off the edges, but as big as you can just so you have space to add the color. So there is a perfect circle. You are done with that compass. Now you're going to need a ruler, and you want to make a vertical line that goes right down the center, go across that center dot like so, and then go horizontal line through the center dot like so. And then from there we have to create more lines to break this up into sections. So in every quarter of that you want to draw 2 lines. So watch me here. I use my ruler, I start at the center dot, I go out to the edge. There's 1 line. Tilt it. There is 2 lines. So in every section you have to do that exact same thing. Start at the center dot, out to the edge. Yes. So that way you get like 3 little pieces of pie in every section. So I would go ahead and make sure you have 12 sections on that wheel there, because we are going to do 12 colors of the color wheel. So go ahead and count 12. If you mess up, use your eraser and try again. Okay, so now I have the 12 parts of the color wheel, and what I would do is I would probably go ahead and start labeling the colors so you don't get confused. I would start with the primary colors. So make sure you have 12 sections, and just like around the edge, go ahead and start labeling. So there should be a photo in the room or in your canvas that you can look at to label. So I will start with a primary and then go from there. So the order goes primary, tertiary, secondary, tertiary, primary, tertiary, secondary, tertiary. So red is a primary, the next would be tertiary. So primary, tertiary, secondary, tertiary. That's the pattern. Okay, so depending on what my next primary color will be, so if I count 4 sections down, 1, 2, 3, 4, if I make this yellow, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, this is blue, there's my primary colors, okay? So now I know red and yellow make orange when I mix red and yellow together. So I need to put orange in this section here, because remember it goes primary, tertiary, secondary. Orange is a secondary color, so this is going to be orange. And then from there I can just make these 2 come together. Red plus orange, that's a tertiary. Red, orange. Orange and yellow, boom, that's a tertiary. We always put the primary name first, so it's yellow, orange. And then the same in this section. Yellow plus blue make green. Green has to skip 1, go to here. This one is green. So that means this one here is yellow, green. And then this one here is blue, green. And then blue plus red, that makes violet. Blue, violet goes here. And then red, violet goes here. So now I want you to color these in. I am only going to let you use the primary and secondary colors though. So we're going to do this with crayons. You could also do this with colored pencils. And start with your primaries and color it in nicely. I don't want you to color it in like that. That's not going to look too good. Now, just find any crayons that work. Like this crayon is kind of broken, but you know what? It's for this activity, it's just a practice activity. Go ahead and use it because it still works. And you could always peel off the paper once the crayon starts to run low. So next, you can tell I'm moving into my secondary colors now. So green, orange, and violet. All right, now here is the part that's a little tricky. So you're going to have to layer colors. It's not necessarily tricky. You just got to pay attention, okay? So I am not giving you a red-orange crayon. So you have to make red-orange in the red-orange spot. So what I will do is I will color red, and then I will simply, very easy, just layer orange on top. And then it's going to do a mix for our eyes, and it'll look like a red orange. And this is what you would do if you were painting, right? You would just mix these two colors together to create the new color. So there's your red orange. And this is also a great way to do things if you can't find the right color. So let's say you're using crayons, you can't find a red orange or a yellow orange. You can simply just layer colors on top of one another, and then you got your color. So I'll just put yellow on top of this orange. Yellow is the most faint color, so make sure you give it a little pressure so it shows up a little more vibrant. There's yellow green. Next is blue green. All right, and the last one here is red violet. So I do red and then I do the violet on top. Now obviously the harder you press down with these colors, the more vibrant your color wheel is going to appear. I didn't press very hard with mine, but you know, it's still, I can still see the color changes and the color varieties. And you can even tell I messed up. So I accidentally put green on this blue. This should be a blue violet, so I'm going to go over this with violet to make it work. If that happens, just do exactly what I'm doing here. Just try and solve that mistake, and I will understand when I go to look at it and grade it. There we go. Okay, so there is a color wheel, and this is really important knowledge to have for the future artist in you. It's important to understand how colors work and how to blend and mix colors to create new colors.